Hello dear friends, this video I would like to record about fasting. Fasting as a great way to heal. Actually, in my opinion, is the best way to heal most of the chronic illnesses. Also one of the best way to detox yourself, detox your body, and fasting is a healing what we can see exists in the nature. And when animals have problems with health, first what they experience, they stop have appetite disappeared, and they just don't have appetite to eat something, and even sometimes not drink, no drinking, no eating, and that help them to recover. Same with the human, but human have a consciousness, and we have ability to start fasting not from the inner feelings like you lose appetite. Maybe you experience that yourself, but you can stop eating consciously, and when you stop eating for a long period, then chronic illnesses start to disappear, and you get healthy. Even cancer, in my opinion, the best way to heal, to do fasting. And in Siberia, it's one of the most strongest and most effective way of healing. And in my family exist people who heal very serious illnesses with the long fasting. When I say long fasting, I mean uh, more than 20 days. My mother, for example, fasting maximum 38 days. She planned to do 40, but after 38 days she decided to stop. Uh, One thing, what is actually fasting? Yeah, fasting when you are stop eating, when you are not eating at all. Of course, now in the modern days exist fasting when you have less amount of calories, when you are stop eating in some products, but that's what you can call diet. Yeah, diet is like when you limit yourself with some products. But fasting, it's a way to not eating at all. Yeah, and exist two types of fasting: a dry fasting when you're also not drinking, and fasting with water when you drink water. And both of the fasting is also good, but fasting without water is more effective. But you if you fast a longer time, more than 20 days, then it's very difficult to fast without water, and it's like a big challenge. Actually, some people say that maximum what you can fast without water, it's about 10 15 days. Yeah, and depends how strong you are. And of course, I'm not recommend you to do long fasting without preparation, without consult with an experienced person who do that. Also, long fasting good to do with some medical check your blood pressure, check your body condition. I would say that 7 days with water, it's easy to fast, and I think everyone can do that without big support. Only if you have a specific illnesses, there is also exists some specific illnesses which is not recommended to fast at all. Yeah, but most of the people, I think they are ready to do that. And I think one of the easiest, and you can call it a preventive way of fasting, 1 day a week. That's, I think everyone can do that. But again, it's if you never fast before, it's good to do it slowly. And also, in my opinion, you should understand why you do the fasting. Yeah, what it's actually bringing to you, what kind of profit it's give to you. Because fasting itself is so difficult, it's so complicated, and it's heavy for your body. Is heavy. And one thing what I like to share with you about fasting, it's a spiritual process what happen with your body, because fasting is not only cleaning your physical body, but fasting also cleaning your energetical body, your you can say cleaning your karma. Because what happened during the fasting, you are limited, or actually you are not eating food. Yeah, And for us, food is one of the biggest attachment in this life. If you look at the life of the people, everything moving around the food. Yeah, we make meetings with the people in the restaurant, and we eating, and the food is like a social thing. Also for the family, come together and sitting on the table and eating food. It's not only to feed your body. Food is even more. It's like become a social thing. Like when we make a big parties, we also based on the food. We buy good food, or we cook a good food, and then um, when you limit yourself with the food, first of all, your body is suffering, but your physical body is not only what you have. You have your soul, you have your spirit, and your soul and your spirit is get happy when you are fasting, because your physical body is suffering, but then it's coming more attention for your soul and for your spirit. Because doing a fasting is also a ritual itself, because you become more conscious, because you have to remember, I'm not allowed to eat, I'm limited myself with the food. And I find out, when you limit yourself with the material, when you do retreat, when you do fasting, or both, like you do retreat and fasting, then your spiritual part is grow. And when your spiritual part is grow, then you also grow. And in my opinion, it's very, very important for your soul also to have a fasting, because a food, and especially very tasty food, food which is uh, feels very nice and great taste, it's connect you more with the material and more with the pleasure. And some people so much concentrate about pleasure from the food that they forget to enjoy them life from something else, from the dance, from the emotions, from the meditations, from the prayers. And when you stop eating, then unconsciously you start shifting, and you start to find some positive in your life, also in the spiritual part of your life. And that's what can give you a fasting. Fasting not only cleaning your body, not only healing your body, but also helping your soul grow. And of course, I see it as a cleaning your karma, because we say discomfort what we can experience in our life, especially conscious discomfort, like nobody limited you with the food, you do it yourself. You decide, I'm not going to eat for some days, or one day, and even one day is already change your life in a more positive direction, because if you can suffer consciously, then you don't need to suffer unconsciously. I mean, then life doesn't bring you big problems, uh, and your life become more happy. And for that reason, fasting is good. But of course, you shouldn't do fasting for losing weight, because I know many people who decide to do fasting just for the reason to not get fat and losing fat. I would say immediately it doesn't work like that. Fasting is not working as losing weight, because you, of course, losing weight every day you can lose about half kilo, but and my mother, when she did 38 days, she lost about more than 15 kilo. And yeah, it's a lot, but when she start eating, all that kilos coming back pretty fast. It's mean, for the reason to lose weight, it doesn't work. I wouldn't recommend that. For being healthy, yes, it works, but again, if you do fasting and then you coming back in the same lifestyle, most of the time problems also coming. And I know some people who do fasting, long fasting every year, then just keep themselves in a certain level. But of course, you always have to remember that if illness coming, you have to change your life, yeah. And fasting can help to heal you, but then you have to work further, that the illness and the problem is not coming back to you. And I find out for myself, like I can share my life experience. When I'm limited myself with some diets, I most of the time use my willpower. But willpower have a limits, and sometimes I can follow some diet for like a few weeks or few months even. But then anyway, you coming back, and I find out myself that the best way to change your life, to change your diet, to change your um, way of eating, it's not limited yourself. Like you have to allow yourself eat everything what you want, drink everything what you want. But in the same time, you try to eat more healthy. For example, you say, I'm allowed to eat everything what I want, but I try my best to eat, I don't know, more live food, and I already have some video about that, about live food. And yeah, I try to do more eat this food. But if in some day I want to eat some, I don't know, sandwich, hamburger, or whatever else, I'm allowed to do that. And most of the time, when you limit yourself, when you not allowed yourself to eat something, you start to longing for that, because it's like in your sensation, feelings, I will never have it anymore. And then you start feeling like longing for that. But if you say yourself, I can eat it, I'm not limited myself, but I try my best to eat more healthy food, that works much better. And I think this is the best way to switch your diet. Fasting, it's always you use your willpower. Yeah, willpower to stop eating and not allow yourself to eat. But if you use your perception and understanding that you're not limited, you always can do it, but you don't do it because you like to be healthy, that works much better. At least it works for me very good. And I recommend you also to try this way and try to not limit it yourself, but in the same time to allow yourself eat everything, but also try your best to eat healthy. And one thing what I can invite you to my healing center in Siberia, in Russia, actually in Ural Mountains. I have a healing center where people can come in the summer, have a beautiful retreat in the middle of the nature. And also, if you like, we can do fasting together. I can guide you through that days. And yeah, maybe in some day I also will do some groups, or like a kind of retreat where we can fast together and go more deep into the subject of fasting as a wisdom, as a knowledge. And my healing center called Živo. It's open always in the summertime, June, July, August. And you are very welcome if you like to clean yourself, heal yourself. I especially made it for the people who have chronic illnesses. You can come, you can get a great retreat, healing, fasting, and depends. Yeah, it's not only for fasting but also for healing. Below you, in description to this video, you will see my contacts. If you're interested, please contact me. Thank you for watching this video, and see you soon with a new great wisdom.